Hi folks, barn on the saltmarsh. This barn doesn't exist, of course. I've just put it in to make a painting. A bit of interest. I want a creek coming across here. I'm into the creeks at the moment. Now that was just a little repair to my board. When I was hair drying the gesso, which is the PVA glue and some powdered chalk, you can hear that, right? I got a bit close with the hairdryer. Right, so the usual method, non-method, is just cover the board with approximate paint. So I'll just dab out a little bit of this gel. This is the agri gel, of which I have a large tub, because I think I'm going to use quite a bit of this. Get the paint running. Lovely stuff. Oh, helicopter's been on the bikeway this morning. It's really started to rain on the way back, but survived. So I'm just working my way into this painting. So I've got quite a few colours there, just colours. I'll say some of them as I go. Of course, there's loads of white. Going to be quite a bit of white, and yellows. I'm going to do this quite bright. Well, no, I was thinking of doing a sort of a sunset, but I might change my mind on that. I like cloudy skies with light. Not the sky we've got at the moment. It's just a uniform grey with a few light areas in it. So if I mix up some white and a bit of black, and a touch of yellow ochre, more black, we'll get a nice neutral cloud colour. See, I'll mix some gel in with it, and it goes all nice and slippery because it is a lubrication. So just get some paint on the board. And then we can put some dark or lighter clouds in on this. Let's just go over that. I'm only showing you really how I approach a painting, and I might even change my mind about it next week and do something different, but it's our paint, we can do what we like with it. Dollop. I do like these marshy scenes. I always have done. It took me a long time to learn how to sort of do an impression of them. This is really as big as I like to go. 24 by 20 is probably the largest I do. But this is just 18 by 12 inch. Oh, let's get a bit of lighter stuff on that horizon. Touch of red with the ochre. We don't want white. We want an off-white for the clouds. Go left-handed. My hands are still aching from the bike ride. We only do about 11-12 miles, if that. We amble along quite merrily at our age. Good that we can still do it. I'm the oldest now. Old Keith, he died last year and he was 84. He's a lovely, lovely man. So I'm going to put a row of Chidham trees low down, similar to the other ones I've been doing, but with the barn here. Yesterday I did a house, and my dear friend Annette, she criticised it. She thought she'd never seen a house like it. Well, actually, you do in the UK. You do get a lot of back additions where the rear roof, extending from the back, is keyed into the main roof but lower down. So they do exist, and also we have lots of gables and things that go into the roof quite low down. I think she just hadn't seen one. We're in Pennsylvania. But she's a good friend now. I was paint behind that tree, but I don't mind the pencil showing through a little bit. Bit of red in there, too much. Kill that with a bit of white. Okay, let's just get that in there. I might put a bit of blue and black, like ultramarine and my black paint mixed in together with, that makes a nice cloud. You can get an impression of blue. There's a bit I haven't really covered there. But it don't matter because we're going to cover it up at some stage. I do tend to paint with the acrylic quite thin. You can't really get unless you mix it with texture paste, you can't really get the brush marks in the acrylic as you can with thicker oil. But you can get mediums to thicken this up. In fact, you can model underneath it with the gesso if you wish. Well, that's a good start. Yeah, that's covered. Right, let's go into this landscape now. So I want more warm colours. So using some more burnt umber, burnt sienna. That'll give more of an impression of grasses, dry grasses. What's that? We'll have all sorts of colours in this anyway. And there's a bit of red in with it. See the gel, look. It doesn't stay blue for very long. Just giving you a bit of colour. I'll sort of start with acrylic at the moment. As you can tell, I'm really enjoying myself with it. Some of that gel's gone a little bit lumpy now because I'm too mean to get rid of it off my palette, or out of my dish, and put another lot in. See how it makes the paint run, and it stays open for quite a time. I'll make some marks in there, I think, where I'm going to put the creek. We can have the creek coming that way, I think. I'll just mark it with white. Just to remind me that we've got a creek going in here. Because that's Chichester Harbour, which isn't a harbour now. It's just a whole area that's called Chichester Harbour. And it's very, very lovely. But you have to make your verticals. Otherwise, without a vertical or something going up, like trees, it can get a bit monotonous. That's why Bossum is quite a hard saltmarsh to paint, because looking out towards the sea, it's there aren't any high spots. It's just distant trees on the banks going miles out. But if you swing round into Bossum itself, there's a lovely church there that is a painter's paradise. We've often seen painters there. But there's a large house as you go into Bossum called Church Farmhouse. I think that's what it's called, Church Farmhouse or Church Farmhouse. And it's owned by the brother of a very good friend of ours. And I painted it as a commission for his 60th birthday several years ago. It took me over 50 hours to do. But that's it too. I'm not a lover of commissions, because people know how they want their paintings to look, and if you step too far out of it, away from it with artistic license, well, you might not get paid for it. Right, now a good grey now for some barn, some thatch. Don't want it looking new, I want it old. There's a bit of ochre in there. Or we can go back over that. Right, so we've white walls, whitewash walls, a couple of doors in it maybe. So let's get in with the white. Lovely little brush this, I bought it yesterday from the range. Somebody said that Cowling and Hiscox are cheaper than the range, but you have to get there. There is mail order, but you would have to pay the postage under 40 quid, so not always cheap, but I will go over there one day. It's in Shoreditch in London, in the East End of London. We're South London, quite a way out, on the edge of Surrey. Right, now I'm going to put in these trees, and I'm going to use my Viridian, cadmium yellow pale and alizarin. So I want some dark stuff first, so alizarin and Viridian. I think the Viridian's been out a few days and it's getting a little bit powdery. They paint dark first, and then you can go over with your light. You've got your shadow in, and put a bit of blue to that as well. Viridian mixes very well with blue. There's loads of colour, just nice warm. Nice warm colours in there. You need, for light to show, you have to put it against dark, but you know that, don't you? So we want shadow in there for this other tree out there. Dark in here, so let's make it dark. Add a bit of cagella to that. A bit of red. A bit of yellow. Oh, that's a good dark. So I want trees behind that going out that way. A little bit of white with that. Oh, that'll do. Now I want that tree to be undercut slightly. Or this one to come further down. And so I'm going to do that. It's getting a little bit mouldy now, this Virgin. I might put some more out. So let's just bring that down. That's not quite as right, is it? Well, it has. I'm trying to have a bit of undercut there so that the tree is hanging over the ground rather than going right out of it at ground level, which it wouldn't do, would it? So we can, I'll just mark that as being done. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're looking, coming up there, but the bar, well, you'll see. It's difficult for me to explain because I don't know what I'm doing myself. But that sky is looking very promising. It's looking very similar to what I'm looking at outside my window now, and having said that it didn't. Right, now, while that's drying off, I just want to put in some of this. Bit of blue, bit of viridian. Bit of white, more blue. Oh, okay, let's get some dark in there. Bit of shadow. Bit of viridian and blue. No, not viridian and blue. Alizarin and blue. So we get a bit of the light coming from there. Right, got colours to go over that, remember. I've got all my yellows and bright lights to go over the sky to come into it. And I'll just yeah, I know. Keeping well away from the black. Right, let's just get that balm. How to change it against that. Right, okay, so far so good. Okay, let's go back to my number 10. These graduate brushes, they're quite inexpensive, about £2.50 each, which is very good. Right, so I'm going to take that old viridian off and I'm going to put some new out. Nearby the range there's a hobby crafter, but they don't like the competition. They're not sort of, they both carry a good selection of materials, artist materials, but not the really expensive stuff, or not too much of it. Plenty of the cheaper stuff, which suits me for demonstrating. There's my viridian, my tube of viridian. Pull off what's gone plasticky. Dump some out. There I do. I use a lot of it. More staining colour than anything else. Where's my brush? Right, here we go. Number 10. So we'll put in. Oh well, actually, I bought this brush. Yes, so this number 20. I don't know. 20 or 20 and something else would be a much bigger brush, wouldn't it? So let's put a bit of. Bit of gel, bit of white, a touch of yellow. We'll just go along here with this distant bank. Going down there. There's a lovely pub at Chidham called the House from Home. And one of our subscribers, Mark, Mike, actually lives nearby Nutbourne, which I've travelled through many times, on the bus mostly. We used to go camping in this area nearly every year for 4 or 5 days. And we'd take our freedom passes that the government grudgingly give us older people so we can use the local transport. Right, okay, well there's more or less. Put in the brush. So I just dragged the edge of it over. Right, keep it nice and clean. And we'll work on a bit of that foreground now. I want to put in the bank that I did yesterday, so it might be, I hope I'm not relying too heavily on it, but it's slightly greeny. I go right into there. Bit of gel, bit of yellow, bit of viridian, and a bit of blue. All rough marsh grass. Going to nothing there. Pinch of gel on my brush. And we'll put the bank here coming into that. So we don't want a great big lake there, we just want a salt marsh that would really, with the tide sort of coming in. Right, I just want to change the colour of that on there, so a bit of yellow, bit of viridian, bit of white, bit of ochre. Straighten that up a little bit. They're not fields, they're just it's grassland that gets soaking wet when the tide's in. Very beautiful. Put a bit of light yellow. Now it's catching that bit of light. Well, that's a bit better. That's what I had intended. All right, we're going to go back over the sky in a minute. I just want to get some paint on here. I want some dark green, so viridian. I'm not using the black at the moment, so red, yellow, viridian. Bit of alizarin in there. or red. It dulls the green quite a bit, more olivey, which is nice, muted. But we can then we can put lots of light in here. We'll have to let that dry for a little while. But I'll just get a bit of light on that distant shore here. So without the black, you can rely for your darks on primary colours. I've got to paint right to the edge of this because the board, the frame, I don't know if I made it years ago, is just a fraction over the 18, and my MDF, bit of MDF I had propped up against the wall is exactly 18 inches, so I've got to be, so I can't put it, well I've got to even it up in the frame, both sides, otherwise it might just grin a bit. Take your grasses over, lost and found. Make it look as if the grasses are going up into the trees and into whatever's behind. Softly, I want it to be soft. Like that. Right, sky. I'm just going to clean the palette a little bit. This might take a while, this demo, but you're getting a lot for your free view. So if you want to show your appreciation, you can always have a month or two on or more on Patreon, very cheap. Hundreds and hundreds of videos on there. Or you can go on Etsy and consider buying one. They're not very expensive compared to some of the others. That's the baking bowl gone. Right, okay. So we want light on that, so a bit of the ochre, bit of ochre. Then a bit of blending. See the blue? This brush is a bit floppy, isn't it? Go over the edges, go behind the trees. So wherever you put on, you can go over in the very near future. And while that's like that, we can add a bit of that blue and a bit of the black. This brush thing is only good for laying in. No, I don't like it. I'm going to use my other one. I'll use this one. Whatever you do, keep your brushes clean. Much better brush. Well, for doing this. So just that bit of bright behind the clouds. Oh, let's go back in here. It's not so floppy, the paint was sort of go where it's put. Right, blue and black. And a load of white. It's quite a bit of board to cover, even a 16 by an 18 by 12. You can always mix a bit of ochre in with it as well. But we haven't spent a lot of time on the sky. Try a bit of ochre in that, just a touch. Now be careful when you're painting wet on wet that you don't lift what's underneath like I just had there. I try to remember to change the direction of my brush, otherwise everything's going the same way. Now I'm going to put white light colour back over that. But you do need light against dark all the time. Oops, I've moved you too much now. See, I've made a hole there in the paint underneath. Right, go back with the yellow ochre now and the white and touch of cadmium red. So we get a warm cloud. Oh, dark there. It's quite a warm day today. It's raining. Well, it was raining. It sort of stops now. But while I'm up here, I don't care what it's doing. Put me out on your bike. I did have an umbrella, but I wasn't quite like Mary Poppins. I didn't put it up. Only if we hit a sudden squall, then I could put it up quickly and just shelter under a tree a bit. There were only 3 of us on the bike ride this morning. I'll put some yellow ochre in there. I match my colour. Bit of viridian showing through there. I'll have to bring that to blue further in. Right, let's go and do a bit over around there. Go over the edge. Soften it all. Very useful colour is yellow ochre, but there again not used on its own but mixed with other colours. Alright, just a little bit of filling in here. So I want to go back in there and put some almost white, but not quite white, cloud, just to show that the light is coming from that direction. Alright, okay. Just some in there. I'll put a bit more shadow, cloud shadow in there. Yeah, I think I will when I'm at it. Right, okay, clean that brush and just go back into that left hand side now and put in some light. Right, I quite like that. There's a bit of rye there. Probably because the tree's supposed to be there. No, will I call that seagull sky? No, probably not. I have done a couple of tributes to Ron Ranson over the 6 years because I did start with him with this, getting into watercolours for myself. I learned the basics from Roland Hilder, but when I saw Ron Ranson, he was so much easier without hake. Right, I don't think I want to do much more to that. I'll go back over the trees now. Right, I must get more of these 10s. Because the way I'm using them, they're going to, so bright, whatever that means. Looks like a flat to me. Right, where's my number, my round? Let's do some viridian, alizarin. Oh, alizarin is much stronger than the viridian. Put some darker yellow green over here. Coming into the light a little bit. And we're going to the really nice lights. Right, dark greens now. And I can put some lighter greens over that. But we're coming out of the light here now. But I've got to get the counterchange between that clump of trees and that clump of trees. There's some red in there. Some ochre. Right, okay. Now they're catching the light. See, I'm painting light over dark. So we need some more of that. And we'll have really nice lights on the edge. I remember there were a lot of elderflower trees, elders. Well, we'll come back to that. Let's go and reinstate this there. So I want the viridian bluey colour. And dark on the inside of that. Coming into the light, but not as light as the other side, but just want to go around that edge of that roof there. Got to do some work on that barn roof. Turn it into a barn. I'm using several yellows here. They're all cadmiums. But plenty of white with this cadmium light. Now dark greens in there. Bit of shadow in there. Now I've got the dark in, I can put the light back in. Dark greens. I'm leaving the black alone for this. Bit of blue. I'll put some twigs in it as well, as branches. do a bit on there, a bit of darker green. Then puts a bit more dark on there. Well, I've had this palette open quite a time now. I mean days rather than minutes. Still going. That's not dark enough. Bit of red in there. Yeah, the alizarin overpowers. Alright, clean the brush. And to put some light green on the edge of it. Right, that'll do for a minute. I'm going to go into the landscape now. I've got to use one of these brushes. So we want nice light greens as well as everything else. Let's get that in there. Bring them up a little bit, and a bit of ochre with that green. Get some light in there. Do that in a minute. Whether it's dry. I'll have some warm ochres. That's a red. Oh, gone rogue on me. I'll bring that down there a little bit in a minute when I get to it. Some darks in there. Bit of umber. With that burnt sienna, bit of white. Got to make your ground undulate. A bit of blue with that umber. Oh, I've got to mix up with the white now. I've got a bit of shadow in there. Umber and white gives a nice sort of grey, warm grey. Put it up here, where the sun's not getting. Maybe do it. My ochre, sienna. Let's get some warm in here. Just drag that off. Silence. So that's all in shadow there. And I'll put some creek stuff in a minute, like water. I'll do that later, I think, this bit, once I put the water in. Something to counter change the water, the edge of the creek is black and blue. But the darker you have, the more you can show your light. And then you can put the light grasses on top of this, and it'll have something to counter change to. Well, let's get a nice little brush and go back over some of this lovely water. Well, I hope it's going to be lovely water. Go off the edge of the board, go over the edges, the ochre, because that's what we've got, the water, or in the sky should I say. Exciting, isn't it? Picking up a little bit of the light from the sky here. Or grassy bit here. I might put some greys back in that. The light seems to have gone out of that. Right, get one of my long old worn out flats. That might do. We'll put something back in there. Silhouetted. Bit of sienna. Some of these grasses, a bit darker. Let's bring them down. Bit of ochre in there. Yeah, dogs. Right, we'll do some of that on here. Just ochre and white, just for highlights. A bit of green in there, maybe. Catching that light. paint over the edge there because of what I said earlier. Right, I want some really good lights now on here. Almost, let's get some almost ochre yellowy white. I've never used all my. I've got to do that barn, mustn't forget that. It's going to take ages to upload this one. A little bit of shadow in that. Just use a burnt umber. There's just a bit on here. It's getting a little bit dry now. I was going to bring that dark green down a bit, wasn't I? Just yellow, blue, red. Dark yellow. I mean, plenty of blue. But green, I mean. Sorry, green. Let's have some lighter green in there. Alright, well that'll do for that. Now we've got to do that bar. So yellow ochre. Just recently painted. I mean the barn. No. And we've got to mix a nice ochre with some burnt sienna for that thatch. Plenty of colour in that. Got a few hairs just dropping out of there. And a bit of shadow under the eave, under the overhang. Oh, let's put a white back. White, off-white. Hello, wretched dogs. Right, I've just got to go and change that. With some darker green. Oh, too dark. A bit dark in there. I've highlighted it just a bit too much. I just want to put my lighter green back. Right, can have a little bit of, I know what I'll do there. Counter change that. Bit of yellow, bit of blue, bit of red, quite dark, green, and then we'll just show a little bit of that around that cottage, around the old barn, going up into the okay. Right, yeah, a little bit of blush, a little bit of dark, blue and burnt umber. I usually get a line across there. Right, but that'll do. I think I just want to put in some more light in this, otherwise it'll be too dark. I want the grasses to sort of go up into that. A bit higher here. These are supposed to be distant, very distant. Good light now, good. Light's coming through there. Just tone that down a little bit. Go more distance. Oh, a bit dark there. Go back over that. Turn that into a green. See how quick you can do that. Right, I still need a little bit of detail in there. Raining again. I've been trying to lighten up my acrylics of late, well, the last couple of days. Because when I varnish them, then look at them a couple of days later, I think, well, that's a bit dark. Alright, now I just want to get some of that, some of that green, some of that yellow, some of that blue, some of that red, some of that blue, some of that dark green, some of that yellow, some of that blue, some of that red, some of that blue, some of that red, some of that yellow, some of that green, some of that blue, some of that red, 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 some of water back into here. A yellow ochre. Okay, well that's looking not too bad. Not too bad for a beginner. Right, bit of dark. There's one. And that tree would just about be reflecting down here. Just a little bit of it. Not much else, but we can just put a little bit of the reflection back again. Want that light in there to counter change against that, but not pure white. It's got a yellow ochre tinge. Well, I think we could do a little bit of shadow now, a little reflection of the sky in there. So that black, a bit more black. It's only a bit of black I've used. Although I just want to put in a bit of tracery in the trees, so that yellow ochre light, but thick. There's no good putting white on it. You look too white, it just looks wrong. Okay, right, here we go. I've almost said enough now. So a good colour would be just a sort of a greeny colour. Just a bit showing through, but not a lot. How much water you need? Ochre. Mixed in with that. Might put some poppies in. Let's get a little bit of that light. Got that light, that look, just a little bit, just opens it all up. But you can't get enough water on the rigger. But you don't want it thick or heavy or too obvious. A bit too obvious, isn't it? There, just said it. Use that on the bottom there. I'll stipple over a bit of that. I want to get some dark now. That's some burnt umber. Bit of blue. Just where I've left it a bit bare. No, I haven't got the patience now. I'll sign it and we'll put it in the mount, in the frame, sign it in red. Or we'll put a few poppies in. Okay. A couple of poppies, just a few little touches of red. Probably ought to have done that. Right, don't overdo it. Let's get some white. A bit of white stipple. Good stipple like this. A bit even there. Touch of yellow back here. A little bit tacky, the paint on the palette now because it's drying out. Okay, well that'll do. Let's put it in the mount. Oh, not that. Oh, comes up fixed. Been stuck on it for about an hour. Probably longer. Time goes so fast when you're enjoying yourself. I'll put it in the frame and I'll have to just put a few tacks in just to hold it. I will varnish this in a minute. Alright, that'll do. One. Be careful because I've got to put this in so that it doesn't, the edge doesn't show. Because it's just a little too small for the frame, but that's okay. Right, there we are. Let's wind you up, literally. A little behind the frame, nice good frame. Looks alright. I would like to just straighten up a little bit and bring the camera right down so that you can, oh, so it doesn't fall out. I just have to move it back a bit. This is a bit I really don't like it. It's so difficult. Isn't it? Still too far. I can't take it back any further than that. Well, that's which way does that want to go? Let's go that way. How's that? Really, it's very difficult with my amateur setup. Oh, why have we gone dark all of a sudden? Right, well there we are, there it is. Thanks for watching, thanks for your patience in indulging me for so long. It's very long for a demonstration. Still, hope you like that one. Thanks for watching, bye bye.